Hello, this is Running Robert, and today we are going to talk about the stock that made me a 2,500% return. That is Elite Pharmaceuticals ELTP. They had their quarterly report today, and dang, it was good. It was good. Today is the 15th of August, 2025, and we're going to be looking at the bullish and the bearish parts of the quarterly report and kind of going from there. But I generally follow small cap pharma. I do games. I do a little bit of everything. So if you like what I'm doing, hey, please like, subscribe, or super thanks. Everything helps, and thank you. Disclaimer is I own stock. I bought it a little under 4 cents. So I am so very happy. I did sell some in the 50-cent range. And I will explain why. It was pre-earnings. I wish I hadn't, but I made a 1,250% return on it. So not sure. This stock is going to one at some point. We know it. We don't know what the price can be tomorrow, but we know it's going to be there. I'm unsure what the market is going to do tomorrow, so this is more for information. So this video is not a recommendation to buy. I do not know what the price is going to be, so I don't know if I can recommend it. I'm an amateur investor, and any advice given should be followed up by my own due diligence, and information given is valid for today, the 15th of August, and this slideshow will not be updated, but as always, new news, new slideshow. Sorry for the much longer intro. We had to kind of clear a little couple things out there. So, holy geez, that was a great report. So, total revenue for the quarter, 40 million. Now, you're looking at it and you're like, that's only 32 million in quarter one, 2025. That was with some deferred revenues from the fourth quarter. A lot of us were thinking, it'll come in between 30 and 35. So 40 is just, it's ridiculous. Total revenue last year, for all of last year, 80 million. So you can see that you could easily double your revenue this year from the year before. And that's pretty impressive. Income from operating profits were 21.7 million. Cash was up to 21.7 million. That is up from 11.3 million. So a 10 plus $1 million increase. A lot of the other stuff went for inventory and other assets that are in there. Most of this new money came from Elite's new generic drug, and I am not going to try to pronounce that, but we know it as Vyvanse. So it hit the market at the end of 2024. We had a fairly good quarter, I thought, in 2025 for the first one, but again, very surprised. R&D was 1.6 million, admin was 3.4, and cost of goods was about 13 million. Those are all kind of averaged a little bit. So it's about 18 million and you're selling 40 million. So that's about that 21.7 million right there. So there was a net loss, and this is due to change in fair value of derivative financial instruments or warrants. So we see that as stock price goes up, these warrants cost us more. And so, it is a paper exercise. It does not impact the company. It's something they have to report. So I don't consider it bad. I consider this, hey, we have income from operating profits of 21.7 million. What is the business model? So Adderall and Vyvanse. So when you look at the IQVIA sales, Vyvanse was 4.3 billion. Total Adderall was around 2 billion. Now, the company grinded its teeth on Adderall. There were shortages, so the company was able to make product, get established in the marketplace, and not have to deal with competition. Because again, if there's shortage, they're going to buy from wherever they can. Again, it's going to be the same with Vyvanse. There was shortages, but product is still pretty limited. So they have a good chance to continue to grow just because wow, I can't speak. I'm so excited. I can't speak. Shortages are over. Product is still limited. Again, if you don't, if they only make 11 pills and you sell 10 of them, only one person's left out. It's a lot different if you have 10 pills and only 5 are bought. So you get the idea. The company continues to launch products of all sizes, so we have still stuff in the pipeline for generics that are extremely small and stuff that we still have $1 billion plus in it. So the company has no major debt, will continue to grow, and generics don't go away. So unlike a lot of pharma that you're fighting that, it's going to go generic and then get crushed, generics don't. I think there are like 18 generic Adderall sellers at the moment. So that market is pretty much as saturated as this is going to get. I don't foresee another 18 people or 18 companies coming into the market for it. Like there's just not enough profit with established companies. So this is going to just continue to make money. And that is very positive. So what's next? Okay. The company will most likely complete a reverse split. I'm thinking 10 to 1, as that would bring the shares down to a little over 100 million. I also believe the company will be able to join a major market with a fairly high share price, so $10. So I am expecting $1 tomorrow or very close to it. And a 10 to 1, that's about $10. That would be able to get you into any major markets, and any large investors would buy some. They'd look at this and be like, yeah, because normally I think it's like $5 is where you kind of get the limit a little bit of buying. So if you're a $10 stock and $1 billion market cap, you're great. So the company's still a long-term hold, 100%. However, based on the risk, I took a 1,250% return pre-earnings. I wish I hadn't, but I did. But again, I'm taking a 1,200% return, so I'm really not going to argue with it. I might sell more shares depending on the price. So obviously, if the price does something just crazy and goes to like 2 or 250 or something like that, a price that is not going to be sustainable at, I am probably going to reduce some shares to maybe look to buy them back later. Not sure. But that's pretty much my plan, but I just don't know until market opens. So I definitely wish this was not an over-the-counter stock, because I would have a better idea. I believe the price will be between 70 cents and $1.50. I know that is a very big range, but Elite is not favorably known in the market. We have our conference calls tomorrow in the middle of the day, and they're generally amateur hour, I guess is the best way to say it. So again, pretty wide range. We'll see what they say. So tomorrow, like I said, your goal for tomorrow is to establish how much you think the company is worth and invest smartly. If you think this is a $1 billion company and the share price comes in at like 70 cents, you should definitely buy. On the reverse, if the share price comes in at $1.50 and you believe it's only a $1 company, you should not. So hopefully you can make some good decisions. Use the information that you've given here today to at least start trying to figure out valuation for yourself. And good luck. So thank you very much for watching, listening. I hope you have a wonderful day.